How are we doing out there this evening? Coming on to us. Let's talk a little bit about myself. Please smash that like button. Smash that share button. Subscribe. Those little things there. So, that being said, this is Bizcutt. Let's get busy. Okay, welcome to my show. So, I just want to take a little time tonight to talk about me. And my name. My name is not Bizcutt. It's Bizcutt. It's pronounced like the biscuits you eat. I just decided to spell it a little bit different because, well, I try to be original. So, but anyway, when you ask about who is Bizcutt, no, it's Bizcutt, and that's me. Funny story how I got stuck with that nickname. But it is my nickname. It's also my email. So, I've been following the Cowboys now for since 1974. So well over 50 some years that I've been following the Cowboys. I guess we're looking more like 52 years that I have been following the Cowboys. And, yeah, that's why I like to do this content. This is something I like to do on my spare time. Talk about the future. Let's face it, we've been waiting around for so many years, man. So many years. And so many times I thought we had a team that was going to do it. And one of the teams that really brings in mind is the 2007 team. I lost so much money that year. Oh, man. All my buddies were like, Cowboys ain't shit. Even they knew that year the Cowboys should have been. They had 13 Pro Bowlers. 13 Pro Bowlers. 7 All-Pros. And they took it for granted. Cowboys, that's the thing about the Cowboys over these years. They get in their own way so many times. So many times they can get in their own way. And it's heartbreaking. Now we're just in the middle of having one of the best offenses we've had, I think, since that year. 2007 was a badass team. It was a badass team. It was a badass team. And it should have won everything. It was by far the best team in football that year. And that's over the Patriots. You know, the Giants beat the Cowboys in the divisional round that year and went on to beat the Patriots for the Super Bowl. Cowboys had not only beat the Giants twice earlier that year, they had annihilated the Giants twice that year. Anyway, that's the breaks, I guess. But when I think about some of the great teams that I think should have done that, that's one of the first ones that come to mind. I can also bring up 2016, but 2016 was being led by a couple rookies. 2014, Dez God knows what would have happened if that referee would have never said Dez didn't catch that ball. We all know Dez caught that damn ball. We've seen that play a million times. Dez caught that ball. A couple years later, Romo goes down. We drafted Zeke to step in to be what DeMarco Murray was. But Romo went down and then Dak took over. They were a fucking good team that year. Oh my God. But at the same time, we were relying on a couple rookies. And it is what it was. Should we have went back to Tony Romo that year in the getting to the playoffs? Would have been a dick move, though. It really would have. It would have been a dick move. But Dak earned the job. He did. He was phenomenal. First Cowboys quarterback to ever win Rookie of the Year. And we're talking a couple guys that's in the Hall of Fame that's led the Cowboys. Possibly should be another one in there. You know, 'cause if I had a vote, I'd damn sure put Danny White in there. I sure would. Definitely be in the Ring of Honor. He would definitely be in the Ring of Honor. Why he's not, I don't know. Anyway, that's here nor there. Heard a lot of stuff going on with the draft. I've got like I said before, I've got my list done. I got my first round mock done. I'm still debating on doing a little tweaking on it because there's talk going around right now. Obviously, I think Cowboys are going to go defense at pick 12. Now, there's talk about moving up. I was on a TikTok live and people bringing that up, how it's a done deal. Man, come on.
Kiss my
It is. I just don't see it happening. If the Cowboys would not give 12 and 20 for Max Crosby, why the hell would they do it to move up to possibly get a fourth or fifth pick for somebody that we don't know that's going to be any good or not? All points and purposes says they probably will, but are they going to be a Max Crosby good? They're going to be a Myles Garrett good? See, these are things that we don't know when it comes to rookies. You know, we never know. We might get a rookie that come in just be Lawrence Taylor. Who knows? It happened once at the same position, 12. That's when we drafted Micah Parsons. We drafted him at 12. Sure did. And he was awesome. I see the Cowboys staying right where they're at 12. And hopefully we get an edge rusher that falls down, or we get a linebacker. Just one thing about it is we can't go wrong. I've seen guys are saying they don't think they want to draft a safety. When it comes to Caleb Downs, I'd probably have to say, okay, we're drafting a safety, man. So that's what I would do. Yeah, because Caleb Downs is that guy. But on the second pick, the number 20. And I said before, this is the Cowboys. For them to go offense would not surprise me. Would not surprise me. And the name that I'm hearing, offensive tackle, Max Ihedekor out of Arizona State. Big Nigerian guy. I've seen some interviews of Shotty talking. I'm thinking he's got a little problem with Guyton right now. I don't know. It just I'm trying to read kind of through the tea leaves a little bit and see what he's saying. When they mentioned Jerron Bland to him, bam, popped right off. Oh yeah, Jerron Bland's great. He's gonna be just fine. But when Guyton was mentioned, first things he says, Guyton's got a lot of work to do. So, could the Cowboys be possibly going to another offensive lineman? We got a 33-year-old quarterback. He needs his blind side taken care of. And Guyton has spent more time being hurt and then trying to fix his flaws. And he went from being a starter to being to the swing last year. I mean, we thought that he was going to be better than what he was. I still am very, very skeptical and very confident that Guyton will become the guy that we draft him to be. Okay? But this Aida Core, I'm trying to pronounce his name. But big man. And his draft capital is starting to go up. Yeah, I got him on my draft. I had him going in the bottom of the first, and which is a lot of people had him going the top of the second round. But now they're starting to say he may move into the middle of the first round. That could get the Cowboys talking. They're already talking. Lots of podcasters, lots of content creators that I interface with are talking about Max Aida Core out of Arizona State. Big guy. Very big guy. I'm going to be watching a lot of game film on him. I ain't got none loaded up right now, or I'd play some, but this is a name to watch. Now I don't have him on my mock. Okay? Not yet anyway. I really got to think about it if I'm going to put him there. Right now I'm happy with what I've got because I'm looking at going straight defense on these 2 rounds. If we go offense, I think we can do it in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. I'm happy. I like I say, I've got confidence in Guyton that he's going to pull it together because he's got Tyron Smith working with him. Okay? So I'm thinking he's going to be just fine. Tyron, we all know, is a beast on the left tackle. Definitely Dak loved him. So, yeah. Tyron working with him. I think Guyton, I'm gonna try to stay as confident with Guyton as I possibly can. But I tell you what, I doubted going to the trenches last year, and I was 100% on Team Weapon, man. Of course, at the time, I had no idea that Parsons was going to be leaving us. You couldn't have convinced me of that, and that we was going to make a trade for George Pickens. I had no idea about none of that. So I was all looking for, what's his name? Tet. That's who I was looking at. So I was looking at Tet McMillan. That's what I thought, man, would come in and be our number 2. I had no idea that we were going to take it. When we drafted Booker, I just about fell. I didn't see it. I thought, why the hell are we going to go another offensive lineman? Booker was a hell of a pick. And so I applaud Will McClay, Jerry Jones, and Stephen Jones for what they did right there. Booker, if you want to see how good he was, there a lot of shit went down about him and Jalen Carter. He backed it up. He put Jalen Carter on his ass a few times. Sure did. So I'm high on Booker. Booker said in that interview, man, when you're happy to play football, when you come against Tyler Booker, I'm going to take that happiness out of you. I mean, oh, man, you had Parsons just fired up. Welcome to the team. Then all of a sudden, everything went bad with Parsons. And, well, that's either here nor there now. So we've had to move on. And I'm getting to the point I'm tired of talking about it. I am. I'm getting where I'm just over talking about Michael Parsons. He's not here. He's not a Dallas Cowboy. So now we've tried to figure out how to move on without him. We had to do it last year. Our defense was a disaster. Now we got to make it better. And we've already made it better. We have done some good work in this offseason. I think we can do better. But this bullshit of moving up that we're going to trade away the 12 and the 20 to move up to third or fourth or whatever, I don't see it and I don't believe it. I think the Cowboys are going to stay right where they're at. If anything, if they can't get the true dog that they want, I think they're going to end up trading back and get more players to try to get what they want. And that is the right choice. That's the right thing to do. Now, myself, I'd stay right. I think they're going to stay right where they're at. Of course, I said that. But everybody's want to talk about why trade back. Well, here's the reason why the trade back is there to get more. If you cannot get what you're looking for, then you got to get more. You'll get it in not just one player. You'll get it in several different players. So if there's going to be a trade with the Cowboys at the draft, I say they trade back. They're not going to trade up. They're not giving away that 12 and 20 to move up to get a rookie. I can't see it. If they give away 12 and 20, they're bringing in a superstar in here. That's just the way it is. That just makes sense. Anything else don't make sense to me. You know, if you're gonna give up the your first round picks, by God, they better have a Max Crosby or a damn Myles Garrett tied to him, man. That's all I can say on that. Because there ain't you can't put two players in this draft in the first round that'll match either one of those guys. So I don't see it. I don't. Cowboys will stay where they're at, and we'll see where the chips fall. Myself, I'm hoping Bain drops down to 12 and Cowboys take him. At 20, there's where it could be a mystery, because if you get a Ruben Bain at 12, man, you've done a good job. But if you can end up with let's say a Mansour Delane at 12, then at 20 you could probably have a shot at Akima Mesidor. Again, good solid picks right there. That would make my day. You know, a lot of people don't want to move at Mesidor because he's 25 years old. I get it, but here's the thing: our window is short. So, is he going to get extremely geriatric in 3 years? I don't think so. He's just going to get better. So, I would take him at 20. So, these are scenarios that I'm looking at because the draft's coming up, and I will be releasing my mock draft soon. I'm still kind of thinking about tweaking it a little bit because I know there's going to be some trades made. I just don't know who, and I'm trying to keep it looking at what, because they're probably not going to even let us know till like draft night. So, as it goes. So, but Cowboys trading up, I just think that's not on the cards. I just don't see it. It just doesn't make sense. I just don't think the Cowboys are going to give up their two first picks to go up higher to get a rookie. It just doesn't make sense. But I'm not sure. I can't say here with 100% that's exactly what they're thinking, because I really don't know. They have fooled me too many times. But this one here doesn't make sense. I think they're happy where they're at, and they're going to stay where they're at. And Marquise Bell.
Oh, hell no.
I'm not passing judgment and let the law do what they got to do. My thoughts and prayers are with you, my man. I hope that everything works out for you and that we get through this. So, Marquise Bell, good luck to you, my man. I don't know what else to say. Until there's sentencing and all that shit, and you're actually charged and suspended or whatever the hell they're going to do or whatever is going to happen. or if it's going to be nothing. I'm just going to say I wish you all the best of luck in the world. I'm not going to pass judgment. It's not up to me to judge anybody. And I will ask all Cowboy fans to not pass judgment at this time. Let the law do their job. Let the evidence be presented, and let's just keep our opinions to ourselves and let this man deal with what he's got to deal with. And that's all I'm going to say. So, obviously, I will be going live on draft night. I will be live on 3 platforms. Come, vibe, hang out, talk shit, whatever. Let's see how it turns out. I'm only going to do 1 round, though. I will do a live on Thursday night at draft, and that's all I'm going to do that night is the first round. The next night, I will be going on other people's lives and sitting in their panels and having fun with them. But I will do mine on Thursday night. And feel free to come in and smash that like button, hit that share button, and God's sakes, give me a subscribe, man. I've getting close to 20,000 views on YouTube. So people's watching me, and I appreciate that. Hit that damn like button. Or give me a middle finger if you don't like what I'm saying or something. Interact with me. Golly. But I do want to thank everybody who's took the time to watch my videos. I'm getting close to 20,000 views, and I appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, like I say, this is something I do for as a hobby. This is not my full-time job. It could probably never be my full-time job, not for a few years. This is something I love to do. I love to talk Cowboys. I love the Dallas Cowboys. I've been following the Cowboys all my life. I don't remember never being a Cowboy fan. So, and my name is Bizcutt. That's pronounced biscuit. Yes, just like the can of biscuits. It's biscuit. So, stop calling me Bizcutt. I get it though, man. I see the way it's spelled. I spelled it that way because I wanted to be different, like I said. So I got stuck with a nickname. I've had that nickname now for 30 some years. So so yes, it's biscuit. Just think of good old biscuits, and that's my name. Anyway, I just wanted to come on, let everybody know that I will be on live on draft night. I'd appreciate you come in and watch, hang out, comment, and let's have some fun. Let's see if how my mock turns out this year. How everybody's mocks turns out this year. I really, because I've been on a lot of shows, and they're doing a lot of mock drafts, man. And man, some of these guys are sharp out there, man. And I'm gonna give you a standing ovation. You guys are sharp. Some of these guys are doing all the rounds, and I know how hard that could be. And some of them's going by using the simulated draft, mock draft, man. That thing, I've used it and I've laughed at it, and it's funny. It's fun to play with. And then when you out there on your own lives and you get to do all these fun trade backs and trade ups, and it's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun with it. Now it's time to start getting serious because it's coming up. And it won't surprise me to see the Cowboys take an offensive lineman. It will not surprise me. I will not get extremely pissed off because I got to sit back and know that my quarterback is 33 years old and he's got to have that blind side protected. He's got to have it protected. And if they're having doubts about Guyton, and he can't step up and be the man that we want him to be, then maybe we got to look at another guy right there. You're probably going to have to. And myself, I hope not. 3 first-round picks on the line's good. I know we was all thinking that Steele was going to go somewhere. He's not. They've restructured his contract. They freed up $13 million. They got him guaranteed $22 million over the next 3 years. So Steele ain't going nowhere. It'd be very doubtful to see Steele go anywhere. Then again, it's the Cowboys. I just don't see it. They restructured him, and he's got a $22 million hit over the next 3 years. They was able to free up $13 million in cap space. So I really think that they're going to be thinking about hopefully getting Pickett signed. That's another one that's really everybody's talking about they're going to trade him. I really hope not. But after last year, who knows? Pickens is on the franchise tag, and I do believe he will play on that this year. That's my personal view. He's going to play on the franchise tag, and everybody's saying that he's not going to sign that. He will sign that franchise tag. He may wait till the last minute. He may hold out through camp, but he will sign that tag. He's not going to let $27 million just go away. It just ain't going to happen. He just ain't going to happen because he won't be allowed to play. He won't get no money. That's just how that works. So if nobody steps up, because he's on the non-exclusive, so if nobody steps up and says, okay, we will sign him for this, and the Cowboys get a chance to match it. If not, they're going to get some clout for him. So no, just look for George Pickens to be playing on the franchise tag this year, and we'll see where it goes from there. That's personally, I wish they'd go ahead. They just sign him for about 3 or 4 years. That would make my day. So yeah, get Pickens signed. He had a hell of a season, and he knows he's got a quarterback that can get him the ball. So where push comes to shove, he will play on that franchise tag. Believe that. So, I mean, who the hell is just going to let go of $27 million? No, it's just not. I just don't see it happening. So, with that being said, I hope to see everybody on draft night. I'll be coming on more between now and draft night. I'm going to be releasing my mock draft. I'm going to probably do some little tweaking to it. I've been looking at it, decide to do some tweaking, then I'll pull back and I'd look at some notes, and then I would look at then I would interact with some of my friends online, and I'm just damn near happy from what I've got. I'm just gonna be honest. Only thing is, I've got a few players that I'm pretty sure is going to get picked in the first round, but I got them going in the second because I left them off the board. So I don't really know what round they'll go. I know they're first round talent, and I left them off the board. So chances are they will go in the second. That's my personal view. But I'm going to sign off now. It's a late night, guys. I'm sorry if I'm pausing and trying to stay awake here, but it's late, and I'm recording this upload. So, and I don't do a whole hell of a lot of editing ever. So, again, my name is Bizcutt, 50-year fan of the Dallas Cowboys. One of the things I know in this world is how to do my job and how to talk Cowboys. So, that being said, you know what it is. We still them boys. Have a good night, everybody. Bizcutt. Remember that. Bizcutt.